welcome to I'm Devoted. My name is Brian Stiff. I'm here with Mike. Actually met you at Virginia Union.
No doubt.
And he's a senior at Virginia Union, actually in the Department of Mass Communications. Just talk to the people a little bit about yourself and how you got into doing sports report.
Well, like you said, I'm Mike Gray. I'm a mass communications major at Virginia Union University, studying in broadcast journalism. And one of the things that made me who I am today is the fact that I was networking at Union, took advantage of the opportunities, took advantage of the internships, started to create internships and network outside of school.
Yeah.
That were beneficial towards what I want to do with my career, and just having fun with it, man. Just taking everything in day by day, understanding that I'm only 22 years old. I don't have it all right now, and just continuously being around that sports environment and coming up with new creative ideas to put my name and my brand out there.
That's good. And you have your own brand, right? Mike's 2 Cents?
Big Mike's 2 Cents.
Okay. How'd that come about?
That came about just, like I said, being in that creative space, like just coming around, like when I was at Redskins training camp or every time I was covering a VCU basketball game, just new thoughts was coming to my idea of, I have a voice. Like, I used to always say, like, I love watching sports, and I used to always say my opinions and stuff, but I never put it out there. So I always wanted to put my thoughts out there and spread knowledge the best way I could. And
now, you said two things. You said Redskins training camp, and then we'll talk about that, the Redskins training camp. Like, how was that experience?
That experience was amazing. I was able to network with this guy who has his own sports media company.
Okay.
His name is Lake Lewis Jr., and it's called Sports Journey. And ever since I've linked up with him, he's given me opportunities that I could have never dreamed of. And it's been a great ride. Like, I met him through LinkedIn.
Okay.
And just good connections there, and we talked on the phone. We've had some great conversations. He invited me out to Redskins training camp last year in 2018, and I was able to intern with him as a media assistant reporter, just continuously interviewing the players, attending press conferences.
That's dope.
Actually, I got to meet Redskins head coach Jay Gruden. I got a funny story about that. When I was going, my first day there, this was my first day at Redskins training camp. I just walked in, I had to attend the pre-practice press conference.
Okay.
Jay Gruden was on his way out. He hadn't come out yet. He was getting ready to come out probably 10 minutes before I got there. So I finally get there. I'm looking for my seat. I finally see where I'm supposed to sit down, and I see that my supervisor isn't there yet. I called him. I'm like, Lake, where you at? What's going on? He says, I'm not there yet. But while I'm having a conversation with him, Jay Gruden is coming to start the press conference, and he looks into the crowd, and somebody asks him, Jay, you just been sitting here. Why you haven't started the press conference yet? He was like, oh, we're gonna stop when this guy right here gets on the phone. I'm looking up. I'm like, oh snap! I'm like, oh, Lake, I gotta call you back. We just about to start the press conference. So I was like, oh man, what's going on? I was like, my bad. But it was a funny way to meet Jay Gruden.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to I'm Devoted. Now, Mike, you were talking about your Redskins training camp experience. Can you go deeper into that?
Yeah, Redskins training camp experience. After I met Jay Gruden, how I met him, I was I got a chance to watch the entire practice, watch the players' drills, the techniques, one-on-ones, the heavy competition, how everyday life in the NFL practice goes.
I'm about to say, what do you think was the best part about that experience? Like, what do you think was the best thing you gained from it, or just the best part?
The best part about it was just being in that media space. Like, that's that space that you feel like you're at home.
Yeah.
But then when you're around, like, you love being around a lot of people that have the same goal as you, have the same ambition as you. Everybody around us loves sports. We love to be in the media.
Yeah.
So it was good to see that love from all your contemporaries. It wasn't no hate.
You can relate to it.
All good vibes.
You can respect that grind.
Everybody had their own grind. Everybody's working at side hustles, like outside CEOs, that you're just getting game from everybody. And you get to learn a lot about people outside of sports. And I love the togetherness aspect of it. And we all do what we love. Everything is right in front of us. What we do, the people that are playing that sport that we watch every Sunday is right in front of us. They're putting it out there. We just get a chance to report it from our own eyes and our own aspect. And build a relationship with the players. That's also one of the best things. Getting to talk to them, get to know them outside of football. Like, it's a lot of football players out there that want to be entrepreneurs outside of football that are setting themselves up. It's a lot of open-minded.
People don't even talk about that a lot.
They really don't. Like, when you get to really see the inside and get to know these players, you get to realize that the image that's portrayed out there is like it's BS. Because you don't.
I always wonder, like, why can't people just be more themselves in the media?
One of the things is because we need more people like myself and others that are inside the media. We need to put more positive stories out there and make sure those stories are shared light on, because it's easy for everybody else to have the negative on us. Like we see something like that it seems like every other week or so, like consistently on a consistent basis. So
when somebody do something bad, they quick to shame them.
Positivity is like,
I know all these millionaires out here giving back to communities and, you know what I'm saying, helping out people. Like, why we ain't hearing more about that? Why? So, and then we can support it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're here for. Just continue to put those good vibes, good energy, those good vibrations out there in the world, and it's always gonna come back to you naturally, just because that's how I feel.
That's real. And the second thing that you were talking about was your experience with VCU. You were covering the basketball team. How was that?
I was finishing my senior year here at VU, so I wanted to cover a big time sport out here in the area. What's more big time than VCU basketball right here during that time? I was like, I'm right up the street from it, so why not, have fun with it and see what I could do. And it was fun. And I got late I got my media credentials. I was able to cover the games, and every game I come on there, I get there like 30, 45 minutes before the game. Had my media seat up there. I had my seat. And when I first got there, I thought I was gonna be like on the court. Like the media members be on the side and stuff like that. I thought I was gonna be on the court, but I ended up being up top in the stands. But they had a media section for us, like a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? So I was able to basically be inside with all the fans, just in my own little world, in my own little spot. And that right there alone really let me see the inside. Like,
you in here
I'm in here. I'm inside the crowd of like when it gets lit and all that stuff.
And
I'm
you
in
got
the middle
your spot for it. Like I loved
it. Then I got to attend the press conferences after the game. I get to enjoy a great basketball game, some great basketball players, and then after the game, I get to ask my questions to the coaches and players, whatever I wanted to do. It was just great, man. I loved it. I built some great relationships over there at VCU. I had fun. I had some of the best times ever. I got to cover the A10 tournament that was in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center over spring break. It just happened they lined up with each other. So.
Now, Mike, at VCU, what was probably the craziest game you ever saw there?
I got the craziest game I ever saw there, and the craziest game that happened that I'm mad I didn't go to.
Okay.
The craziest game I did that I saw was like this. It was like the second or third home game of the season. They played Hofstra University.
Okay.
Hofstra University had this one of the top scorers and top players in college basketball named Justin Wright Foreman. He was special. He was a special player. I had heard so much about him. I hadn't really seen too much of him. I was like, good, I get to see him in person, see what he do. He had a bad first half. Okay. He was shooting terrible. He was off. But he came out in that second half, and he was on fire. He made some noise. He turned it up, man. And it was a great game. VCU was battling back and forth. VCU, the thing about VCU is VCU has a whole team, so they don't really have sometimes they don't really have a breakout star, but they have a whole team that just makes it happen, and they play together. And they're well coached by Mike Rose. And they were playing a great game, but Justin Wright Foreman, they were up by like 15 at halftime, and then Justin Wright Foreman helped and others helped bring them back. And that game was so in between the last couple minutes, back and forth scoring, went into overtime.
Wow. And VCU pulled it out?
VCU pulled out the victory like 3. They won by like 3 or 4, something like that. They won with like some free throws in the end. But
that's
it was a great game. It was a great game. And it was a game that I didn't get to go to that I was mad I didn't get to go to.
What was it?
It was a game they played against Dayton. It was at home. It was a home game, but it was during our winter break. So it was around Christmas time, around New Year's. I was gone. Okay. I was at home, so I didn't get to go. From DC. Okay. So I didn't get to go. I didn't get to go to that game, but that was a game where Marcus Evans, their best player, was tied, and he hit the game-winning 3, and I was like, oh man, I missed that competitive of the game because a lot of their games were blowouts. That's how good they were this year. Yeah. A lot of the games it was ready. They had a close game. They had a close game against St. Louis and a couple other teams, but I definitely remember that Hawks game because it went into overtime. It really could have went either way. That's how good Justin Wright Foreman was playing. Wow. It was a great sport.
I want to talk about you going to a HBCU and Virginia Union. Yeah. How do you think that shaped your experience in college, and how do you think that's helped you as far as going on into the career path that you chose?
Well, I always told myself that I wasn't going to go to college if it wasn't HBCU. I made sure it was a priority priority that I went to HBCU, and I loved every experience of it. I loved the HBCU experience. It was amazing. And just being around your people, being around your culture, and just seeing all the different cultures inside of your culture. You know what I mean?
That's what people don't understand. It's layers.
Yeah,
it's
there's
layers.
different layers inside of us, and we have some amazing people, man. I just love us. I just love being around us. It feels like family, no matter what the situation is. And it was a great experience, and I learned a lot playing sports, not playing sports, and I learned a lot. I really learned a lot about myself once I stopped playing football and I started to branch out and get these internships and start to network and find myself and find out what I wanted to do with my career. And
Now, you're about to graduate next month, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. So, like, with your career, what do you plan to try to pursue?
Continue to pursue becoming a sports reporter, a full-time sports reporter. Continue to work with inside the sports media company that I'm internally with right now, and just continue to build, keep on grinding. Like I said, I'm only 22 years old for a couple more hours, and
hey, I got to dap you up to a birthday tomorrow. I'm about to be 23, Jordan year.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm only 22 for a couple more hours, and it's like I don't have it all yet. About to be 23, I don't have it. I don't know everything yet. I'm still learning as I go. Continue to grind and continue to work, and just be patient with all everything's gonna come, and just continue to do your part.
Good thing is, though, I know you still got that hunger on the drive, and that's like what you said. We don't know everything, so because of that, it's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? So that's dope. And now, since we're on the channel, I Am Devoted, I just want you to talk a little bit about what you think devotion means for yourself and what it means to you, and how you've been able to stay devoted to your craft. Because I know sometimes it can be hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind.
Yeah.
But why are you devoted?
I'm devoted because I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. Like every time I wake up in the morning, it never feels like work. And I go to a VCU game, it never feels like work. When I was at Redskins training camp, it never felt like a job, not for 1 second. It felt like a career, something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Yeah. And I always said a career is something you never want to retire from. You never want to retire from doing something you love to do. You want to do that until the day you can't do it anymore.
Exactly.
And that's what I love to do about. That's what I love about what I do, and I do it every single day. I plan on eventually having my own sports media company, and I set the bar high. I have big goals for myself. I try to surround myself with the best people I can possible. And I just put that good energy out there. And I just know at the end of the day, it's always gonna come back with me. It's because it's just natural. I love just being around good people, putting up good vibes, and just having fun with life.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with life too, because I mean, it's a lot of hard work out here, but at the end of the day, we gotta enjoy ourselves, and we gotta, you know what I'm saying, just do our thing. Yeah. But I appreciate the time, Mike.
Already.
And how can people get in contact with you or follow you on Big Mike's 2 Cents?
Yeah, my Instagram, my main Instagram page is @TheReal _ Big Mike.
Okay.
But my sports page is @Big Mike's 2 Cents, and you can follow me on either one of those on Instagram, and on Twitter is @CoverageVCU. That was my VCU coverage page when I was covering VCU during that throughout the basketball scene.
Well, I wish you nothing but the best, dog.
No doubt, man. Already.